What is going on, Kingdom? So today I am back. Now listen, before I start this video, this is taking me a couple of takes because this stuff is not easy for me to speak on. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is not easy for me to speak on, but I really want to get into this. I just want to speak today and be bold. You know what I'm saying? I want to be bold about this stuff. I want to speak out. I want to be a vessel for Christ here. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to be a vessel for Christ and basically making a change within my community and all the things that I'm seeing in the media right now. Stuff has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? Stuff has been absolutely crazy. That's why this is overwhelming sometimes for me to talk about. As for what I'm seeing and what's going on just in my community and what's going on in the media, what's going on around me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to speak a little bit today. Listen. So first, I want to talk about some stuff that's been going on within the media, how this is affecting the youth, how this is affecting just so many different factors and so many different things. But first I want to describe these situations that have gone on. I'm not going to describe names, but I'm going to describe things that have happened, things that have gone on in the media lately. There's two different instances that two different instances of stuff that's been going on, and I just want to speak on this stuff and speak on my boldness about it. So listen. The first thing, so there's a very, very popular streamer, very popular streamer, super popular. Everybody really knows who this person is. And listen, there was recently a situation where he was on a live stream, he was being crazy, being wild. That's just kind of a part of whatever his appeal is on the internet, let's just be honest in that aspect, right? And he was kind of being whatever, wild, crazy, right? This is kind of what brings the views and what brings the money, right? You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real here. But it kind of backfired on him. Something got shown that wasn't supposed to get shown in that instance, and things really kind of fell apart. Now people are really making fun of him. They're calling him this certain name. They're really treating it like this is a game. Like this really isn't something that is generally affecting what's going on in terms of that person, that streamer's mental sanity, and also for the people that are watching this content, seeing what's going on the internet and are taking it in and thinking that this stuff is cool, this is what it is, this is the way you live, this is what it is. So that's a situation where I would think maybe y'all would be able to understand what I'm talking about with that. Majority of people would be able to understand because it's a very big situation. And another situation happened where basically another streamer recently went and he was doing a giveaway inside of his hometown, and a lot of stuff happened where there was a bunch of people that came to it was a meet and greet giveaway thing, and all this violence and crazy stuff happened to happen at that time and at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because there was so many people, and it was very disappointing. There's a lot of crazy stuff that's been going on in the media lately. And I want to start it with this. I just want to be straight up and honest because we need to start it off with this. We need to start it off with this. We need to be real. We all need to be real with each other. You feel what I'm saying? We need to be honest. Everybody does. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what it's. We all got to be honest. You feel what I'm saying? We all got to be honest with what's going on in the media. So listen, first things first, I'm hoping that a lot of us understood and learned what happened within the etiquette situation. Do we all remember what happened with that? You know what I'm saying? Where, yes, there was a lot of a crazy situation going on there, and that was sort of there was a point in time where that streamer, who's somebody that I really do, I admire, but he was very known with his appeal in terms of that craziness, that wildness, that whatever. People weren't paying attention, right, to how intelligent this person was, how intelligent etiquette was, how informative and how much people could learn, and how but listen, look. Let's be real. This is what's going on, and this is the difficulties of somebody who is a black content creator, right? You know what I'm saying? And this is what's going on within the black community where this stuff is affecting the youth. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Look, I've talked about this stuff before, but I'm just doing it again because this stuff is just being crazy, and I want to be a little more detailed with this stuff. Look. Now, and this isn't to put down any other, and this is coming from me, from only my perspective. I don't even understand that perspective as a mixed person. I don't even understand that perspective as a black content creator. I only understand my perspective as a mixed content creator. But I'm still going to speak on what I'm seeing within the media that we all have to understand and view and look at from a wider lens and be look, something needs to change. So look, we have a lot of content creators. They're white content creators, right? And this isn't me putting them down. I'm just saying this is what we have to see in this perspective of knowing that this is how it is. And this is where prejudice and racism is brought into play here. Look, we have content creators. You could say Mr. Beast kind of, or you could say he's just a great example. There's so many examples. I don't want to say it. But you have content creators, right, that are white content creators, right, that they generally can kind of be themselves and create a level of traction for themselves. When somebody's coming from that perspective of a black content creator, one thing that I've noticed is there is a really strong mediated agenda that's being pushed, where it's like, if you're a black content creator, you're supposed to push these stereotypes out. You know what I'm saying? To get views, what people like to see is for these content creators to be pushing out the stereotypes and make people view that like community as if it's all that's how everybody is, that's all one thing, and they want to make it so that they can turn the black community like against each other in forms of ways. This is a part of why, like, you see somebody like Corey X Kenshin, right? He's a person who he kind of backed off, you know what I'm saying, from content creation, and he made an entire video at one point in time speaking on how he felt that YouTube was man, that 5% really distracted me. My phone's at low battery. But he made a whole video describing how he felt like YouTube was in a way being racist towards him, right? And trying to tear down his channel for unjustly reasons. While he's somebody who comes from an era where stuff like this, these mediated agendas weren't as deeply pushed. You could always consistently see Corey X Kenshin as being one of the few well, first off, one of the few early black content creators, but also one of the few that really was able to be like how he is himself and really gain that traction and views. Now we have more content creators, more black content creators. I just generally see it, and this is what garners the attention. And we see this generally from within music too. You know what I'm saying? The influence on young black kids seeing these artists that they look up to, right? Because these artists come from where they come from. These artists come from, and this is what they see. They see these artists, right? And these artists these are what these young kids have to look up to, and these artists are promoting this sin. Generally, this is what's getting popular. This is what's getting hundreds of millions of views. Do I gotta name a list of rappers? I don't really feel like doing that. But these songs are getting hundreds of millions of views, and it's like these young kids are taking it in and taking the influence in from that, while there are plenty of incredibly intelligent black content creators, or not even just content creators, but anything in the world that you could see. But not only is it difficult, if you are coming from that perspective as a person of color in general, it's difficult for you to even be able to be put in positions where you're able to be successful in any position that's not you promoting these stereotypes. But there are plenty of people of color that have made it through that and are successful and done incredible things, and it's not talked about in the media. But yet we'll talk about all these other successful, scientists, right, that are white, or these successful book writers that are white, but we won't put out anything else or promote out anything else from somebody who's a black content creator or a black, not librarian, but author or scientist. We won't talk about these things. We won't even promote that. We won't make that popular we won't make it popular, right? That's how the media is. They won't make it popular, right, for you as a person of color in general to go and do something that would come from your heart. But what they will do is want to try and push you to work in, oh my God, I'm stuttering a little bit, but they'll make you want to basically do and comply with what the media wants for you to do, which is walk in this sin, which is walk in these issues. And I'm only talking about this again because we see this now more in the YouTube scene and in the Twitch scene, where now there's so many of these content creators that's out here promoting this stuff. Listen, I respect some of these streamers, right? I do respect them, but there's that rebellious attitude that is being pushed out and promoted out within the content that they are creating. They're still talking about, the way that you view women a certain way. That's one thing that I see a lot still going on with even those same content creators that I'm speaking about, these things that are happening to them, right? Honestly, what you push out, you're going to naturally attract. And these same content creators that I'm talking about, I'm just trying to bring them that form of conviction in a positive light. Listen, when you're going to act rebellious and be a certain way in your streams, you're going to promote this sort of activity. It's going to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? When you promote, there's a certain crazy attitude with the music. Man, listen, some of the music that I've seen is whatever that's going on, just whatever it is, right? When you promote, and I'm just trying to do this without speaking out names and stuff like that. But when you are gonna promote the certain attitude, rebellious, we all have a rebellious nature, but when you promote out this rebellious this rebellious attitude, basically, it's going to come back to you, and it's going to come back towards the people that you are influencing, right? If you're a black content creator, naturally you're going to be influencing those that come from where you come from, and those that naturally are part of your community within the black community. So then when you're promoting this out and you're making all this money because this is what's popular, this is what's going to grant you views now, this is what the media is going to give you, is all this attention and views now because you're promoting what they want you to promote. Now there's going to be more people that are going to come, and they're going to be the same way. Now they're going to react the same way as you are, and then you're going to get upset when then they come out and end up being a crazy fan base. They end up being like this wild way, and it's like, man, an entire generation of people now are completely like led astray, and now all you have is to suffer through that. But yeah, you did it because you wanted to be able to feed your family, right? Because that's the way that you were able to make money in the media. But now you realize that in a form of way you kind of sold your soul. You know, do you get what I'm saying here? Okay. My phone did end up dying, my device or whatever. But look, all I really am trying to say with this is real late too, so I just want to kind of get the rest of this through. Listen, man, like something's got to change. You feel what I'm saying? Like something's got to change, because listen, I'm mainly speaking on this. You know, it is important, and this is something that I would speak on regardless if it was affecting me. But look, this has affected me and people that's around me. You know what I'm saying? Just being like where I'm from, taking in the influence I've taken in, you feel what I'm saying, as a mixed man. And, you know, I got people just whatever the heck too. I got people that's right now that I see as like family. You know what I'm saying? People I see as like little bros, like people I got, they're like nephews and people. I got people that are like family, man. I got people that's family, and they're seeing all this stuff, and they're learning from this stuff. They're taking in this stuff. We gotta understand this is something that's going on. Like, this is something the youth is taking in. And even like these young content creators, a lot of the time, dog, they don't know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And we're just like eating, like people are just eating it up and consuming it like it's food, like it's funny. And all I'm trying to do right here is just say, look, man, it's like something's gotta something's gotta change. First thing we gotta do is speak up, and then we gotta start doing something different. You know what I'm saying? Do something from the heart. We need more. Like, here's the thing, right? There's people that's out here doing things from the heart, but we need more people that are either whatever from an area of poverty, or are, look, generally even just, we just need more people of color. You know what I'm saying? That are doing stuff from the heart. You feel what I'm saying? We need more of that going on. You know, we need more people to fight against this mediated bull crap, man. We need more people to say, listen, this is not, that's what I'm trying to do here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, there was a point in time where, trust me, I wanted to be a crazy, wild streamer, and I stopped doing that stuff. Or I wanted to be like this. And like I said, I only know my position, because it's not the same. I only know my position. I'll continue to say it as a mixed man, but I am a person of color. And listen, there was a point in time where I wanted to be that way, but I had to learn, look, that check is going to leave you empty. Trying to ask and, you know, beg for attention through these views, trying to get these views and this money, and that's what, it's going to make you a lot of money. It might help you feed your family, but it's going to open, you're like opening your arms to the devil at that point. When you sit here and you ask for that negative attention, and you bring that negative influence onto people without even caring. You bring that negative attention to you and your own, like your community, the youth, the people that really this stuff is affecting deeply. Right? These content creators and all these, like, these music, these people who make the music, these content creators, everything, they have so much power, and I don't even think they realize how much power they have. But you gotta understand how much this stuff is like affecting the world. I see it, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it with my own two eyes. You know, like, this stuff is affecting the world for real. The voices out here, when the devil is using vessels and they're whatever, when the devil is like trying to use, and listen, that's what I'm saying, he's trying to target the youth. So if everybody, if we like just can come together, you know, even, it don't even matter like what you look and stuff like that, but anybody that's coming from that position where they can understand, or anybody that's coming from, or like whatever, whether you're black or mixed or whatever it is, if we can have more people that's out here that's doing things from the heart and promoting to do things more from the heart and not doing things for mediated attention, then listen, the world will change, man. We can change the world. We can do it. We can change the world. We just need to be bold enough to do that. We need to be bold enough to use our voices like how I'm trying to do right now. We need to be bold. We need to be bold and use our voices and speak out. I know y'all can probably hear the PS4 in the background. My bad. Listen, I'm tired. But look, I just had to say that. Look, I'm already low on time again. Like, my storage is so bad. But yeah, man, I don't want to see more. I don't want to see more stuff happening, man. I don't want to see more. I'm tired of hearing like these young kids, you know, just like seeing all this stuff, and it's like so many teenagers, so many people, like youth, is hurting themselves and doing so many things where it's so difficult for them. And we'll sit here and we'll talk about how sad it is, but yet it's like people will be like still promoting this program and still acting like it's cool and funny until something actually happens and something actually results from being wild, from promoting all these issues and all these, and from promoting, being wild and crazy and looking at women a certain way and promoting whatever is drugs and promoting like just keeping this image up. The more that we can all just start to push that away and start to say, listen, this needs to come from the heart. That's when things can change. Because more people, then there's going to be more people that aren't programmed to think that that's the right way to go, and they won't open themselves up to the devil in that way. Do you get what I'm saying? Are you here? I hope that you're hearing me. I thank you for watching. I'm out of time. I only got 11 seconds left in this recording. I'm just gonna let it play out. Listen, man, just pray for everybody, and we're gonna keep using our voice and speaking out, and we're gonna make a change.